Quickly before this video starts, I want to say that 60% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. So if you enjoy this series and you're enjoying the content and you find yourself coming back to the channel, why not subscribe? It's free. You can always unsubscribe whenever you feel like it. Also, while you're down there, hit that like button, help support me and lets me know that you're enjoying this series. Anyway, let's get back to the video. The Factorio man's back. Now we have a couple of things that I want to get started. I didn't want to make a train system, like a station, because I wanted to use this iron and this copper. Then I realized I'm also going to need red circuits and blue circuits and a bunch of that other stuff. I want to make a Botmall. I've never made a Botmall before, but I want to try and make a Botmall. I don't know where I'm going to want to put it because we will have trains. It's probably better setting up all the trains and stuff first. But before that, we're going to go to Volcanis because we need to pick up some items and some materials. Now that we are on Volcanis, we need a couple things. Firstly, we're going to need this calcite shipped. Instead of it getting dragged into all of this, we don't really need all this working. Also, how much do these even make if I was to set it to one of them? Guess we'll find out. Am I auto making foundries somewhere? Yes, I am. Perfect. Get rid of that. Go to there. So we're going to start shipping these foundries off as well. Also going to want a mega drills, which we currently aren't even making because I didn't see a point in them because I didn't like them. But apparently they are very fucking good. So we'll get some of them sorted as well. Okay, we're not going to go with them for now until we do a Fulgora redesign. Not Fulgora, a Volcanis redesign. Because I plan on redesigning all of them. But for right now, this should be enough. These are going to take some time. I need to make more of them. So let me make a couple more of them just so this kind of speeds itself up. This is the final one. That also needs extending. God damn it. I'm probably going to need a lot more than 1,000 and probably not going to need more than 50 at a time. So that's done. And then we'll go to Norvis and then we'll just make sure it has item count. And then we'll set these two to 0 like so. So hopefully they'll get there and then they'll unload it all and then they'll go back and rinse and repeat. So by the time we are done with the train stops and stuff, I still have no idea how far out I want this to go, how far the base I want it to go. How quick do these get made? You get made relatively quickly. We're going to add 2 of them in there. Can we add productivity? Nope, I guess we're just adding 4 of you in there. I also know that the power solution is going to be a problem because I'm going to rack up a lot more than 125, but there's not much I can fucking do there for now. Well, there is. I do want to make myself a nuclear reactor with all of this nice and juicy stuff, but we'll save that for another episode. Okay, so 6 iron a second plus 0.12 calcite a second will make basically 94 molten iron a second, which will roughly be like 15 of that a second that I can make. I am so wrong with that. No, I'm not. That's 7.5, isn't it? I can basically near enough make 100. We can add something in there and make it 100. So that would be very good. So iron, we're gonna have multiple of these farms up and about the gaff while we're waiting for these cliff explosives. Wow, these are coming through actually really quickly. I don't know if I have the grenades to suffice that much. I have grenades here. I don't have that many grenades. Why are you using here? Gonna grab everything we need for trains. Got some rails, got some rail signals, got some rail chain signals, sorry. And then we got the power poles. And then we're also gonna need train stops if I can figure out that they are. Okay, not that many lights. All them in the car, out of lights. Perfect. Let's go snuff out where exactly we want this wall to start, because we're gonna have to start it close to the bottom where the oil is, because I want to make the refueling station close to where that is, so we don't have to get oil from somewhere else. It can just go straight in there, and then we can get oil from somewhere else for the sulfur, the plastic, for the red circuits. I would prefer to get the red circuits shipped in from Fulgora, but I need to redesign Fulgora for that, and I can use the red circuits somewhere else. I'm gonna want it to start about there to cut across, so we're gonna have to get rid of all of these. I should have a blueprint. Maybe? Do I have the blueprint of my design? I can't remember if I took it or not. Oh yeah, there it is. This is the restocking. Where do we want this? Whereabouts would be a good place for this to go? About there would suffice. And then we're also going to need... We're going to have to set this to relative because I set it to the other one by accident. Set that there, then that should link all them up. And then we can grab one of these. Where is that? Right. That's going to cut through, actually. Actually, we're going to have to delete that again. Fuck, give me a minute. That's all built and done. I just ran back and got all the extra stuff. So we got the what's it called? The replant. The refuel station is done. Let's go down to where the bottom of this water is, and we can start throwing in some walls so I know about where exactly it... Give me the fucking thing where exactly it needs to be. We probably do want to design a new type of wall, like a long-ish type of wall. Something like... I don't even know if that's enough wall. Maybe we should do 3 layers, so something like that, so we can just start... I don't think I've got nowhere near enough stuff for this. Yeah, I'm already out of 300, 400 walls. I'm going to need shitloads of fucking walls to do that. I'm going to have a bunch of flamethrower turrets because I know they don't like fire. I'm a bunch of normal turrets, flamethrower turrets, probably some Tesla turrets. I also want to connect this up to where the actual base is so we can have it like drive past where all our main stuff is. We'll add one bit here to go get that uranium down there. We'll think ahead. Something I don't do that often, but we will think ahead. I want the Botmall kind of close to where the main base is, but probably not too close. About 50-50 really. People did give me a bunch of suggestions about how to fix this stuff and how best to use Fulgora towards quality modules. Well, you know, like the quality stuff we would have done here. I've screenshotted a bunch of them and I'll go through some of the ideas when we get back around to doing it. I also want this in a square so it's easier to link all the towers and turrets together, which means that I've got to, you know, fucking go through and make this an actual square.
I am going all the way. But when you touch my hand, it all goes away. The things I planned, the things I would say, now I keep rambling on. I sound so cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you. Ooh, 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 and all the things that you do. Ooh, ooh, sounds like a fool 'cause when you touch my hair, the words goes away. What I am trying to do is say I love you.
Boom, timelapse done. All that is done. So there isn't like so much work that needs to get done. Volcanis isn't producing coal fast enough for this, isn't working fast enough, so I need to increase or at least get another ship that runs from the main base to Volcanis, just giving coal. So that way these will work, but it needs to give quite a lot of coal. Yeah, so that's an issue. These are also out of rocket fuel, which means that these aren't exactly coming out because there wasn't enough coal. The calcite is getting used for this, but we're gonna stop that because I don't think we're gonna need any more cliff explosives. We're gonna need some, but probably not a lot. What else that I want to get done? Kind of sort power situation out, because this does go out throughout the night and this doesn't work. So we got a bunch of boilers, and we got a bunch of steam turbines. And we're also going to need a bunch of you and probably a lot more pipes than what I've been given. But fuck it, it'll work. Turn that off, grab some more pipes. I did kind of make the area down south accessible, well, like on the right where I put all the landfill, for another, well, increase like power turbines, so there's more turbines and stuff so we can get more power. Want to keep it kind of in the center. This will get used for here, and then we have another one over here which we can use for something else. This is going to go all the way, probably about there, and then go up. I'm going to do up, down, and that way first. I'll do all that in between episodes because that will take way too damn long. It doesn't really need to be close, it just needs to be kind of far. So we'll go to here. We'll also dig out like a square there so we can put our pumps in. Grab our pumps. They're going to drag out water that way, water that way, water that way, water that way. These pipes are all going to be connected like so, not that one going down out. I don't know if this is useful or worse, but all those pipes are now connected. I need fuel. They need fuel. The boilers need fuel. I completely forgot about the fuel that they need. That's why I did it higher up. Sorry, get rid of all that. 1 second. I've got rid of this, so this is literally just getting calcite, and this is bringing coal over for calcite. So I'm trying to make this work. So coal for calcite. Where's the calcite? There we go. So we got calcite, then we got coal for calcite. So this brings 1,000 calcite back, but it's not meant to be 1,000. It's actually turning up. It's gonna be 4,000. So 4,000 calcite. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should be 4 rows, hopefully, of calcite. This is kind of working. There's no power. There we go. Okay, god damn it, I pressed the wrong button. That needs to be within power like that. Rocket fuel is getting made very slowly. Speed modules, which we are going to throw into all these. So these at least work a bit faster. They need a bit more in them as well. Oh, I can just do that, perfect. All of them should be working a bit faster. These are producing quite enough. There's a lot in there. They should be working. I've added more coal in, so coal comes in, so that'll get done. So these should start making plastic soon. Kind of hopefully. Yeah, there goes the plastic. So we're making the low density structures and them red circuits as well to make the blue circuits, because we're not really running out of blue circuits, but we really needed that so this can send all the calcite over. There's 141,000 on planet, but it's waiting. What's it waiting for? Oh yeah, because we've only got one thing sending the shit up. Let me go say hello to my friend up here. We got more than enough circuits and everything. Let's just add some speed modules. Let's go turn on or make sure the refill station is working. And then we'll go make the power, and then we'll make the Botmall, and then we'll see what else we can do. All of them are set up. Let us make sure, and now fuck off. Put all these in, all of them. Speed modules over productivity modules. That's all them sorted. They then need to go to here before, actually, yeah, they go to there. And before they go through, we have some more of these to fill this up, just in case these back up. Put them onto that side. Grab the smaller ones. These should be making petroleum, and then in turn the smaller ones should be making, which I need to go through and manually set them all. Apparently there we go, sorted. These should all work out individually and get them all sorted to all these input. Wait, our train refuel, that's the input if we ever wanted it anymore, but that's just going to go useless. All our we got our fuel though, at least. That is sorted, all done and dusted. They should fill all of that up, and then they should be able to get myself some more power. Not power the trains. And now we also needed that fuel. We could use that fuel for our stuff. We could use this fuel. Some of them go into them. Well, that one goes into that. And then we could get a blue one. How far do these logistic network? Okay, we're gonna do it kind of close to this then. Probably not that close, probably further up here. What's over this way? Yeah, oh well, shit, we could have just left it the way it was. Darn it. How do we do this again? Oh yeah, we cut out a square, then we added a bunch of these things in. I think it was less than that. At least we can still use them there. We got more than enough of them. Okay, how much does each one of these give us? Each one of this will give us 5 megawatts. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. We have 60, so that's an extra, what, 300 megawatts? What's our satisfactions? 30 odd. It's at nighttime when there's a massive issue. These pollution 30, they generate 60. They generate 60. So there's going to be an issue of us needing actually 30 on each side. How many is that? 14. There's 30. That should produce the amount of that we need. Don't need that going in. We can drag these up and over there. Fuel will be a piece of cake. We can drag this under, drag that out. Get ourselves a roboport that is still kind of close to there. Needs to be somewhat in the logistic network, so we'll drag it down to there. How's that not in there? This is all going to need power, isn't it? Probably not that close, actually. We need to make sure all these get some power by having that split. All of them get some power, like so. Now they all have some power. We're gonna have to throw all these in, like so again. I don't think we're actually gonna need that many solid biofuel stuff. Solid fuel, let's just keep it at 200. They'll be on the way, and we can see how much they require. We could make this a hell of a lot bigger if needed. That's why I've left this section, so we can add. How are we gonna do this? That's 5. Can we get power on either side of them? Yeah. Okay, bro, what is that? You do something like that? No, they're all working. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Does that set my satisfaction up? Nope. Because half these aren't even working. Because this doesn't have that much stuff. Oh, because these aren't working. Makes sense. You don't burn that fast. Wait, I got 30 there. Let's add another one of them. Just for safekeeping. You never know how many you're going to need. Let's increase that amount to like 500. Some bots will get down here and do it themselves. They're going to split and then split again, which probably isn't very good. But they will do it because they have no fucking choice, because that's what they were told to do. Split and then split again. We didn't get this last one in there. I'm surprised that they're not getting it from down there. But this whole fucking thing is for. These will take a while to fill up. Once you fill up, it's literally just that one filling up. I understand. That's 30. Let's just double it again on each side and then wait for everything else. Wait for it all to blow over. There you go. And those won't work during the day because the solar panels work during the day. Perfect. That is sorted. Yes, I did link this up. It is linked. I did remember. Look, now this is full because this isn't working. Great. Perfect start. Now on to designing the Botmall. Where's the car's all the way down there. Question is, where do I want to start building? Because I'm going to need a big kind of area to start making this blueprint. And I'm going to need extra space for all the trains that are going to come in and out. But if I can plan out how big it's going to be and what stuff I need, I'll know what I'll have to make. A lot of extra stuff. So I'll make it on the opposite side of this, because if I ever need to go get something, it's very close. Okay, so how do we start this? Obviously, we're going to want one of these. We're just going to go through. Maybe we don't need all the belts because harness all the belt stuff and have them shipped in. But then that's more circuits and stuff that we're going to need, which we could get just from Fulgora by all the trash. We could ship out all low density structures. Rocket fuel be dead easy to make. And was it blue circuits? Oh yeah, we also get blue circuits from that. So maybe it would be better doing it from Volcanis. These we're definitely going to need to make. These not going to need to make the pipes. Okay, I'm going to just put out all the stuff we're going to need to make, and then I'm going to try and include them in everywhere. Sorted, everything is done and organized. This is everything from the first tile that we're going to get. I did ended up including these because I'm going to need the lubricant anyway for this, so I may as well just make them here. Basically, we're going to be making as much as we can. I've also written down everything that I'm going to need to bring via train. We have iron, steel, iron gear, iron rods, copper, copper wire, green circuit, red circuit, blue circuit, lubricant, batteries, concrete, low density structures, stone bricks, and stone. That's a lot of trains. That's a lot of work. So let's just start actually trying to figure out a way how to get all these done. I may as well keep all the lubricant ones together just so they're close, and that's all blue circuits. I mean all the blue ones plus this one. So let's just grab this one, this one, this one, and it was in here, this one. Flip these around. So there's all my blue circuits. I mean not my blue circuits, my lubricants done. They actually don't require that much lubricant, but they're still going to require a lot of lubricant. How many of these do I have? If I was to copy it, 71. Take away, so there's 75. There's 75. Jesus Christ. I can't even split 75 into 3. We're just going to do it in tens then. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There is 10. Let's go through the first couple that we're going to need as well. We wanted them. We wanted them and them. I can't remember if I decided to put pipes getting made in here because there's no point me getting a train to bring them over. Got that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. I think that's as far as I got. I definitely didn't, but I can add a pipes one, so that's even better. Add all the lubricant in like so, and then we'll organize that all later. Have that, and that. They will all go into blue chest, blue chest, blue chest, blue chest. You require nuts and red stuff. Great. So you require nuts and red belts. I don't think 100 is going to do. 100 would get me about 8. And you know, it'll build up over time, so it's fine. So that requires that and that. Maybe I should outline everything first. That'd probably be the better thing to do. So all these are going to require at least something like that. And then they're going to require one going out with the product that they have made. Plus, is it a red chest you want a logistical network? I believe so. We're also going to have to add some roboports into here. I don't know where we could even add them. I mean, that adds the whole center. That adds the center. Does that count towards them? Okay, we're going to add that one there. And then that one there. And then we're going to grab that 6 like so. But we're going to have to change all these again. So we've done that. We haven't done that one. We haven't done that one. We haven't done that one. That one. That one. Well, that one. That actually kind of worked out pretty well. 4 more. Followed by the same thing. Do these not reach? And then we can just add one of these in the center of every single one of them. So then at least we do know that they're getting out of touch. Let's go mark off all the ones that we added on, so we know what to get rid of. And then we need those 3, the power ones. Okay. The power ones, it was you, it was that one, and it was that one. And then if I remember, what one would be out the way? We'll do roboports down there. Let's run up here and get rid of them again. Roboport, all that's done. Perfect. I'm just going to add the rest of them and not bore you out with everything else. So I'll see y'all in a sec. All of it is done. We've got it all in. I did double up some of them, so I've had to change some of them about. I've added these, and at the end, I know I can make them through the foundries, but there's no point in me making through the foundries, then shipping them over. I may as well just make them here. I haven't added a limit to any of the red chests because I didn't think there was. This would just be constantly running. It's all sorted. All these are also done. I went through every single one of them painstakingly and did it. So now it's where do the trains come in and where do the trains go? Because we could add something. I don't want it to build though. So I mean, I do want it to build. We could add something like so, and then they can build outwards. I don't have any train tracks or anything on me, so then they go up that way, they go down that way, and then they all give out what we need in all the train stations that we need it in, because we need a hell of a lot of train stations, like a lot more than you'd think. So how do we go about this then? We'd have to go into here, wouldn't we? Is there any way I can copy that on the other side? Yeah, did it there. So that's now on both sides. I'm gonna go get myself some train station stuff. Now we should design a stop. Let's just design a stop then, because it'll be dead easy to just replicate it once we've designed it. I don't know how many train cars we're gonna want. Probably one. One of every train car should suffice, because this is just gonna build up. So we'll just do one of each. So they're all gonna come off on the top. Oh man, how are we gonna wear this? How are we gonna wear this? Do I have a 6 will take it out quickly, 4 will take it out quick. We could do something like that and then have that go up. So then it turns into a 2 belt. We can have that turn that way. Add one of them in. Do the old reliable like that. That's a lot of space per fucking belt. And then they will go into a red one. Would it be better doing like shit? These two should be 2 even lines, and then we have them to both go into red ones, because they will eventually be able to reach all of there. So that's how one stop should look with a rail signal there. That's a stop. So how many stops are we going to need? We're going to need quite a couple. Throw that there. We're gonna need 15 stops. Yikes. So we got them there. Let's drag this out again. Let's get it at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I eventually want that copper, but that's gonna run in. So that's gonna come in. Fuck. How are we gonna do this? I may as well link the other side up then. Let me go get more train tracks and then drag this up and drag this across so we can all link it up together. The copper's now set up. This is now set up. Also gonna want to set up one of these. Whereabouts? Shit. Oh wait, no, this isn't going here. This is just a blueprint, I remember. But I do kind of want it to go there. Or go somewhere. So we can have it boomf, boomf. It's gonna need a lot of space. We've got stuff going in from the top and in the bottom. Possibly over here. Will that be? Yeah, that'll be inside the zone. Once that's gone up, up, up. Once that's done everything that it needs to do. But that's pretty much the blueprint that we want. And there's that. So we've made everything there. Get rid of all of this. And then we'll go put it in the place that we want to put it in. Okay, mate, I'll just stick it right here. There's no point it going that far out. We'll just grab another one of these. Stick it there. And then we can spin the other one around. We got a bit more space. So maybe we could do like a 7 and an 8. One side's got 7, one side's got 8. Everything's going to come through this way anyway. Got space there to get the iron. We got space there to get the copper. And then we got loads of room. We're going to... I don't know whether to do the walls first or not, because that would take a while to get the walls all the way up and round. And then actually get some type of defense on the wall with all the Tesla turrets and stuff. Ah, shit. I don't know. I'm spoiled for options. Where's this end? right there. I'm just going to build that there. Just the opposite way around, and then we're going to need 15, I think it was. Let's grab all that. 15 train stops to fit everything in. And then we're going to have to try and figure out some way to get everything to fit as well. Because not everything will fit, everything should fit. Iron, steel, iron gear, iron rod, copper, copper wire will be easy. Stone and stone bricks will also be easy. It's the green, red, and blue circuits, lubricant, battery, and concrete, which may take some time to get. I just want to know if it fucking works. So I'm gonna have to at least build iron or something and make sure the iron stuff is going in. Where is my train stop? There it is. There's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna do 8 on this side. This will be the more jam-packed side. Oh, that shit, because I put it all in my car. I don't know where my car is. It's miles away. I never bring it with me for some reason. That should be all train stations built. Now comes the fun part of trying to link them all up. Linking certain ones will be easy. I also took this. I just edited the blueprint from the other way around. Where would this be? Maybe here. Let's do it to about... Is that enough? Do it to about there. So then we've got... We know where this is going, kind of thing. There's copper there, but I don't think we're gonna need it. We could just go out and get copper. It shall be fine. Easiest ones to link up will be that one and this end one right hither. How are we going to do this? Because that could do something like that, but wouldn't it be better if we have like a line down somewhere that we can then pick stuff off? This will go all the way down to there. I don't know how far that needs to be. Not there. Let's just make sure this fucking works first. Is that on it? That's on it. Okay. This is going to be a nightmare trying to make sure that there is enough of these. So there's that one. Just make sure that there's none in any of these ones first. Okay, they're all yellow, so nothing. So that's yellow, then blue. That's all yellow, so that can't be yellow. So nothing will enter this space if anything is in that space. Gotcha. But there is a lot of yellow ones here. Let's just add a couple here and there. That's enough for one train. That's enough for one train. That's enough for one train. That should work. Yeah, that should work. Can I not just take that? Can I not just flip it the other way around? Would that be X? Nope. X flips my whole shit around. Okay. So that should fix all that. None of the trains should crash because none of them would go in. None of them will go in the yellow if anything's in the yellow. None of them will go in the blue if anything's in the blue. And there's only one train, so they'll fill there anyway. Okay, now it's time to bring this shit in. Would it be beneficial to do something like that? Nope, we don't want to do that. Get rid of all of that. Just have one that goes all the way up and then into it. Maybe one more. Boom. Sorted. Now it's time to try and fit all these into here. That one's sorted. That one's sorted. That one's sorted. That one's sorted. I don't know how we're going to sort this one. Would that sort it? Yeah. Now it's time to add all these again. So that whole thing is blue. Can we not just add one at the start of every new one? And that should stop them all. Blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow. So that won't go into there if anything's there. It seems like it would work. There's only one way to figure it out. If they all break, they all break. There we go. Our whole bottom one is sorted and routed. Now it's time to do the same for the top one. Okay, I think that's all done, all set up. Now we just need to drag power over, make sure everything is linked to the system. So then stuff will start working so we can see if it works or not. And then I'm going to set at least like the iron up, get a couple trains for the iron. Iron will be dead easy because it can all get made in the same foundry. I just need to get a train. Actually, I won't probably need a train. I could use logistic bots to drag all the calcite down. At least not all the calcite, some of the calcite down. Because we can make it dead close. It doesn't actually need to be that close to anything. As long as it's connecting all of that together, that's all we need. That's all we're going to do then. Because we will going to need some power in the other areas. Especially down south and up to the top. Let's grab that again. Rotate it. Is that connected? Bam, bam, bam. Grab that again. Spin that bitch. Bam. And then that should connect all of that to power. Even though these are still warming up, they will take a monumental amount of power, but all of them are sorted. All of them are connected. All of them are good to go. For this stuff, I'm going to drag one of them down to like here. And we can just drag them down to every individual one and then grab a row port and throw them at the end of every one. And then we do the same on the opposite side. Just drag them all into one of these. And then throw a row port at the end. Row port, row port, row port, row port, row port, row port, row port. Look at that, they already are starting to do stuff. I don't know if anything's gotten made. Oh yeah, spun it round. I was dead confused. I was like, why is this all spun round? There's no green circuits on the way to that one. Hey, stuff has already been made. These have been made. These have been made. Those have been made. Lubricant needs to get brought over. Those have been made. A lot of stuff is getting made. So, substations, yeah. Where do we want the iron to go? Probably one of the end ones. We can have... Where's my spreadsheet? Iron, steel, iron gear, iron rod, copper, copper wire, lubricant. Okay, so let's just make sure this stop is at least called something. No, this is iron. Let me get rid of that. Where is the iron plates? Iron plates, and then we do that for Botmall. That's the iron plates for the Botmall. This one will be the steel for the Botmall, like so. And then this one will be the iron gear for the Botmall. Where are you? Botmall. Going up. This one will be the rods for the Botmall, like so. And then we're back onto copper. There should be copper plates. Botmall, wire, Botmall. And then this will literally just be a lubricant. We could barrel it. I don't want to fucking barrel it. There's no normal lubricant. It just looks like that. Lubricant. Sure. Lubricant. There we go. We kind of, all out of just bots are moving around. Stuff is getting made. Those level 2s, yeah, they are. I don't really need the speed modules, radars, pipes. They're getting made. A bunch of random stuff is getting made. Power is keeping up because we did add all those steam engines, which are slowly starting to church the way to life. They should not be anywhere near. So I should be able to get the wall up in time before they actually start. Or all these, they're not all at max. So that's fine. We still got loads of power to go on that front, hopefully. And then if not, these will kick in. Okay, where do we want to meet the iron? We can grab the iron ore from there and then instantly smelt it in a foundry. Same thing with the copper over on this side, because they are literally just up there. We can drag it under and then have that go through under there and then into the copper as well. We need to grab ourselves, we got ourselves some foundries. Grab my car before I forget where it is, and let's go start and do that once I add some lights to this place. Copy that blueprint because I have a plan. All this can go, and then all that can go. I want to have this closer down to the south. That way I can have all the sciences going up this way. At the top up here, we're not going to use this coal because we have closer coal. I mean, that's 400k, but there was close coal. We'll probably be able to grab that coal. There's coal, there should be more fucking coal. Oh, there's also coal there. So yeah, there's loads of coal that we can grab that we probably will end up grabbing. So we're going to go over that. We're going to go up and we're going to do something like this, but with all the other sciences like red, green, blue, or not orange, black, yellow, fuck. These ones, all of these up until that, all of them. So that's an extra 6 trains. And these 3 will get brought in and then they'll all go into their separate things. That'll be a different episode. But I do want to move this stuff down because this has no room. So we're going to get rid of all that, but I'm going to take that. You're going to move. You can get rid of you. Use all can go as well. I'm going to drag you about there. Should be perfect. You're going to go out. Both of you are going to go out. You're going to use a filter or calcite. You're going to do that. We're going to grab the calcite through to this. Grab it. Max 500. It comes in like 4k. 500 will be fine. They're going to go into a belt and they're going to go out that way. Turns out I did need to have one of these, but I'll just put it at the bottom. Is that still connected to power? Power? Yeah, but that's going to bug me if that's not connected to power. Calcite coming out that way. It's going to come under. Yeah, we're going to have it right there. Now we're going to build our stuff over here. I'm going to throw the rest of my calcite that I've got. Motherfucker. Okay, let me fix this real quick first then. I think something like that should work. We're going to grab normal miners because I don't have the other miners unlocked. Well, I do have them unlocked. I don't have them on planet or getting made. So I may as well use the start miners for now. You know, if I can fucking find them. You know what? We can't find them. Personal logistics. Get rid of that. Get rid of all them. And the spoilage. Keep them though. This is just my throw it away tab if ever need be. Probably going to need 100. Grab the 100. Once they're in, we can go down and start trying to get the foundry sorted and at least get a train set up. A single fucking train set up. Have I got my stuff? Nope. It's kind of mad that most of this is working. Like, all that's done. We got a couple of them. We're just missing steel plates on that side. We've got no stone left. That's missing green stuff. These are missing a bunch of stuff. They're done. Got a bunch of them. Got a couple cargo ports, which is surprising. Haven't got any of them because they're missing a shitload of concrete that we do not have, or steel because they're not getting brought in. Not yet. Bunch of Mark II stuff done. These are automated now. Heat sinks automated. Whatever these are, heat exchangers, they're automated. Did I not put a fission reactor on here? I swear I did. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I did. Oh, no, sorry, a centrifuge. What was it? Was it not a fission reactor? Nuclear. Oh, no, I didn't, because that recipe is fucking ridiculous. I was going to do that elsewhere. Have I got my stuff? Yes. Let's go make ourselves some good iron plates. My car is lost again. No, it's not. It's there. I ran all the way over here. So iron is here. How do I want to play this? Do I want to add one of these in here, even though I can't? That'll literally fuck up everything. I can add it there without much trouble. I didn't have that on. Sure. That shouldn't add too much trouble. I'm still in. I need a hell of a lot more logistic bots, man. Damn. Are any made? I doubt any even have been made. Oh, they have been made. Great. And then we can add a request to chest to probably that with, and they are going to request an infinite amount of them. And then we're just going to repeat that process to every single one of these. We probably could add a bunch of them up and down here for charging in between, which we will do at a later point. Not right now, because I still need to sort this out. This is sorted. They're all there. Gotta actually turn it on and make sure it works. These are gonna give me a bunch of different stuff as well. I'm gonna have multiple trains coming from this one spot. So I need to make sure it works. It literally has to work. Grab one of them. Grab a roboport. So they're all connected. Iron's all coming through. That is up there. So maybe we want to drag these across. Bring these up. Not that way. Genius. That way. And we drag them down and drag them across. Great. And then we can have some foundries, which will do this. No, they will not. They will do that. They'll melt it down into iron. Wait a minute. That's not the best way to do it. Wait, no, I'm an idiot. It's okay. I thought it was making something else. I'm the idiot. They're gonna go across miles. Probably still about there. Might have wanted 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 10, which will all follow the same thing of having one of them, copy and paste on every single one except that one because we broke it. Jesus, they require so much iron. I can go back to there. How much iron they require? The end ones aren't even gonna fucking cut it. Sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. I mean, when these are 1,000, holy hell. We grab all our pipes, even better, and then we can grab, it's because of the fucking steel plates that I have. Turn them off. Put all them in there. Can you actually take my stuff, please? But we're gonna add a bunch of these things to kind of store them, store a decent amount of them. How many trains do we want to add and where do we want to add them? So if we were to use a foundry here, we don't really need that much of them. How much are we producing? 90. Let's just go for the rough estimate of the whole fucking thing. We need more than what my belt can handle here. So let's get rid of them two. And let's see there. How about now? Okay, wrong thing. How about now? 50. That's better. It makes 750. And if we're going to use that, that'll take 20. 25. 25, 50, 75, 100. And we are making how much? 750. So we can probably make 200 of that, which would make how many? Look, tell me. How many? 30. It's a red belt. That's probably all I'm going to need. That is 300 of them. Gonna go to there. Gonna need them, and them. We're not gonna need that many sticks. We're probably gonna need 2 sticks. A bit further away than that. These are gonna need like to go onto here. One belt. How many you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're gonna go that way. Perfect. And then 1, 2 for the steel rods. Them coming in that way. And then we'll have that go that way. No. So those steel rods go one down again. How many screws do you make? 6, 12, 18, 24. We're gonna need quite a couple of them. 6. Okay, that's at least 3 each. I could add productivity modules to them, but fuck knows. I know this is nowhere near enough or as much as I'm going to need, but that was the fun in doing everything perfect first try. And then that's them. Let's just go down a couple and then use the rest before the steel. How much are we using? We're using 600. We got a 150 to play with for the steel. It's not that much. I think that's literally all the steel we can do. Yeah, 12 steel a second. I don't really think that we need that much steel. I don't want to. Let's see. Okay. Holy hell. That's how much we're going to need a second, but we're definitely not going to need that much a second. 179 plates, because it's all going to build up over time, and this is just to build up over time. It's not to make it perfect. So we're not actually going to use that many. Like, I'm pretty sure these are going to overflow. So I may as well just keep these in anyway, if you get me. I may as well if it's going to overflow. No need to get all the speed on there. That's all sorted. That's all sorted. I'm going to have to power everything. Which means we can throw one of them in there. Throw another one of them in there. These are going to have to get connected to power somehow. Are all them connected to power? Yeah. Except these ones, which are going to come out like so. Go, go. Go. I'm gonna have a bunch of trains somewhere that these are all gonna go to. Get picked up and thrown into the main bus. Everything's turned on and working. Where the fuck are we gonna put all these train stations? I've just realized. You can probably get rid of all that. We're gonna need at least 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 4 stations. So where is this thing? We're going to take this. Which way goes in? I can't remember which way goes in and which way goes out. I think they'll come in this way. Yeah, it makes no sense for them to come in that way. They'll come in the top way. So they'll come in this way and go out that way. Okay, so yeah, they'll come in this way. I might be fucking dead wrong. Need at least 1. So we grab 1 to about there, let's say. Delete all that. Drag that in. Drag that in like that. Is that enough for 1? Yeah, that's enough for 1. How did I do this last time? I can't even fucking remember. It needs to be enough for 1 to fill stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's fun time to try and figure out how all these got on. What the fuck is that? Okay, so it's not that one. Try that one. Nope. Brother. That is awkward as fuck. As long as it works, who cares? Not me. I'm always horrible at this. They need to link up. Yeah, there's that one. There's that one. And then I did have a blueprint that needs to be spun round. There we go. Hopefully that should fix it all and fit it all in. It might not, maybe it might, who knows. But go on, fix that. Great. And now let's add some power. Further down, add a roboport. No roboport there. Can't reach. That's 4. That's 4. That's 4. That's 4. You're gonna have to go down, go down, go down, go down. Where's my trains? Are you the right way around? Get my train in there. Where is the train cart? Right there. Gotta go refill my stuff. I think I fixed this issue with just bringing coal in, because everything for the rocket needs coal. And all I'm getting from here is some calcite from right here, which is always full. I just need these fueled and ready to go. I've been wondering why all these are red. I've connected it all up. I've remade my train refuel, but if you go to add a station, it can't get to there because they're on this side. So I'm gonna have to bring this up, bring this round, and bring this back down. Great. But it is nearly done and we can almost see if it starts to work. I'm gonna have to get rid of history. This was like episode 1 history. It's gonna have to go. I apologize. The Great War that once defended me for a lifetime has to go. Also gonna have to see where this actually links up. So that'll be there. So we drag this all the way up back to where we would drag that in there. And these should be linked up. So then my train can actually go to this other side. Well, yeah, because I set 2 sides on it. I was a genius and forgot to fix it. See, now this is going to be a pain in the ass. And yeah, I'm B1 short, just like you would have expected. So now if I check there, they shouldn't be red. It's inaccessible. How? How? I've got like a million ways to get there. How? How is it inaccessible? Oh shit, I need these. What have I been using? Oh god damn it. Okay, is it accessible now? Nope. Even fucking better. Why not? How about let's see fixed it? They will go out, go up. They will go up. They can't go in that way. They'll go up that way. But they can't go that way. So I'll go up that way. These need to be linked up. So just wasting my fucking time. But it's fine. It's fine. At least that's linked up anyway. That is one of the positives. Let's get some power to this then so I can drag power around so at least I'm not dilly-dallying. And let me go link the other side up now. Connected. 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 Still red. Stop is... How is it inaccessible? I've literally... Oh, shit. How are they going to spin round onto the other track? Oh, yeah, I understand. I understand it can't spin round to the other side. Wait, when it goes to refuel, it'll come out onto that side. Go that way. Cuts in. Backed it up. They have to go that way. Okay, they had to be on the same side, didn't they? That stop is inaccessible because there is no way to switch it round. This is a big rut row. I've just decided to move it all onto one side instead of trying to give myself a massive headache. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run through and break all this down now and then run back and get it all again. But it will have been fixed. It will have been sorted. And now I know for next time. All done, all trains are working. I fixed the issue that was with the refuel station. I can't remember what... No, there was an issue. I didn't set it to fuel any locomotive. I just set it as the cargo for fuel, so it wasn't really working. But now these will go in, these empty out. I added another one of these because this steel was saying it wasn't working, but it wasn't fully connected here. That's why it wasn't working. There also needs to be a fucking pipe there on either of them, otherwise they're never going to work together. But all that's done. These are working. These are working. I've added lights because I keep forgetting to add lights so people can't really see and I can't really see at night. I've added lights over here. There's no lights here, no lights there. There's no lights over there, and there's no lights down here. But I will get to that. I'm also going to try and refrain from accidentally or purposefully deleting whole wagons or fuel tanks because I keep doing it when I could actually use the fuel for something else and just drag it over somewhere else. I'm also experimenting with different editing styles. This one's mainly new builds, new bases, so it's mostly going to stay the same as what the videos you've been seeing over the past couple of weeks, but other stuff will be edits here, there, and anywhere, to be honest. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.